Hello, friends. Hi, this is Dr. Tirth Gill. Today, I want to talk to you about a human value called initiative. And the opposite of that is a value that you don't want to have, which is procrastination. So, what is this? What is initiative, and what is it? What are the factors that go into it? So, initiative is basically having that spark to get started on a project that you want to explore, that you know would be useful to you, and that might help others as well. So a lot of people have ideas, but many of them, they don't follow through. And this lack of follow through is what separates great achievers from the mediocre. So it's a good thing to have. Let's look at what might get in the way, because most people, when they have that spark of imagination or something piques their interest, they are curious, there's something there, but it is not fanned into action, I guess. It's not nurtured into a purposeful activity. And so there may be some factors that get in the way. And I want to look at those. First of all, there are some mental health, psychiatric conditions that can impair initiative. These include, of course, the most salient, and it's sine qua non, it's a signature of this illness of schizophrenia. There's a symptom called abulia, A-B-U-L-I-A. Basically, it denotes that there's no initiative to do things, and the person may sit in one position for a long time or not do anything. They're indolent, and they don't have the organization to get started on projects that they need to do. So they often will need prompting to even get normal activities of daily living, grooming, taking care of their room, and so forth. Of course, people that have intellectual handicaps are also impaired in that regard. So we're not talking about those generally, but those are things that play into this. If someone has the schizophrenia illness, medications can help with that. The antipsychotics do help. For the DDP, like developmentally disabled people, they can have, you may, depending on the level, they be mild, moderate, or severe. You may need different levels of supervision and prompting. Mild disabilities, they can often be trained, and they're able to pretty much take care of themselves. The chores can be kept routine and predictable. Now, coming to there's a condition that's quite most probably a common cause. The most common cause is ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and part of that is this procrastination, because they're unable to organize themselves, their surroundings, to put in a coherent plan of action. And even if they do, they may get distracted and launch off into other activities. So the net result is that the main thing that needs to be done gets neglected. And it makes, completing projects difficult for them. Other causes may be depression. People that are depressed lack initiative a lot of times. When you treat them with psychotherapy, and psychotherapy is underrated. It's good as medications. And if you provide good cognitive behavioral therapy support, they can get better. And with the improvement of the depression, initiative does return. Combining medication sometimes, especially if there's a history of them needing medication in the past, they should be put on medications to treat the depression. If there's a family history, they should be treated. There are certain signs, and a doctor, a psychiatrist, mental health, primary care doctors are also pretty astute about these diagnoses of depression, they're trained and they're taught also, because that's where most of the people with mental health issues, that's the doctor they see. So they can recognize, if there's somebody has depression, they're persistently sad, they don't enjoy things they used to do, they lack energy, they have problem sleep or appetite, or other symptoms that go with depression, that can be treated. It's very treatable. In fact, it's a misunderstanding. A lot of the mental health symptoms and syndromes, they can be treated very effectively. In fact, better than a lot of the medical illnesses. They have a better treatment rate, success. So, treatment of depression will help in getting the initiative launched. Then there are symptoms of related lack of initiative or procrastination. They should be treated as the two sides of the same coin, procrastination and lack of initiative. Or initiative and lack of initiative. Lack of initiative is equal to procrastination a lot of times. So anxiety is factors in. There are people that are anxious about succeeding. They've been told that they shouldn't succeed. They're not expected to succeed, and they just want to live it down to their expectations, and they won't succeed. And they won't, even if they have everything set up, they'll pull back. And, snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, so to say. So that's one kind of anxiety. There are also people that are fearful of failure, and they don't want to be judged negatively, so they never try. So that kind of procrastination is also kind of a fear-driven thing, and that can be worked out. You can talk to them about, how people's judgment of their success or failure is really not that important. Having started and failed is a greater glory than never having started and never having failed. So those are some of the psychological factors. In terms of how do we get this thing mobilized? I think one of the research has supported this is that you go ahead and start anything for 2 minutes. 2 minutes is not challenging. If you have to do something, just start, launch into it for 2 minutes, and if you can stay with it, stay with it. Some people say 5 minutes, and some say 1 minute, but 2 minutes. If go ahead and do something that you need to do, get started with it, stay with it for 2 minutes, and most times you will end up continuing. And if you decide to discontinue, that's okay too, but do the 2 minute thing, starting initiative. Set up routines, like people that, for example, so that you don't have to make these micro decisions in the morning, for example. Have a routine for when you're going to wake up, when you get up, you turn on the shower, you brush your teeth. It should be almost automatic, that a zombie could walk through. So if you set up those automatic routines, you'll get started. And once you start, energy picks up and you can continue doing well. There are many famous quotes and even scriptural texts. Buddhism talks about right action, and right action means at a right time, without delay. In Hinduism, they talk about dharma, or the sacred duty for righteous action. So, and the other enjoyment that goes with that is that do what's right without expectations of any results or rewards. And when you're not worried about the rewards, not worried about the judgments, it becomes much easier to do things in a regular and expected manner. The other thing, if you can combine that with a sense of seva or honor, or that you are doing something good, it'll amplify your motivation and your initiative and reward. So do it with a seva bhav, just like an honorable duty to get started on honorable projects. It was William Murray, a mountaineer in the 1950s, that coined the term. He was talking about how a lot of people never launch any project because they lack initiative, and how this trait is undervalued. And he said something about, bold actions and initiative have magic, genius in it. And even the providence conspires once you start on a project to help you along. So it's really a very useful and keen insight that once you start, providence conspires. Like, you organize your resources and they come to you. You share, collaborate. People will help you out and appreciate you. And ultimately, taking initiative, achieving something worthwhile is its own reward. And you don't really need anybody's approval and or applause. You do the thing that needs to be done, and that is its own reward. That's the sacred duty, that dharma that our saints and our noble people have told us to take. William Murray's quote is the best, I think, about how boldness and initiative has magic, charm, and genius in it. So take initiative. If you have to do something, set a schedule, organize your room or whatever activities, set alarms, put it on a calendar, and get started with it, even if it's for 2 minutes. Success will be yours. Don't give up, and don't be disheartened by lack of initial success. Okay, persevere, and success will be yours. Great. Have a great life, great day. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye.